Hey, what's going on? This is Martone, owner and trainer Fuller Fitness, and the goal of this video is to give my opinion on how to do dumbbell deadlifts. Um, with high hopes, people get to the point to where they do them correctly without using momentum, especially if you didn't see the second to last video that I did. Making a statement about doing it was shoulder raises, but still, whatever it is that you're doing as far as an exercise, as far as a workout is concerned, in my opinion, you should not use momentum because it'll get to the point. One, it's unnecessary in my opinion, and two, it'll get to a point where you're trying to use momentum with whatever the workout is that you're doing, and you're not strong enough, you're too tired, or whatever the excuse or situation might be, really, and not able to do it, and then not having someone there with you to help you out. So, why make that an issue? Damn it. Why make that an issue in terms of what you currently can't do or shouldn't do, and just do it right. Whether you're trying to impress someone or trying to lift something that you can't lift just yet, or whatever the case may be. Again, if you haven't seen my last video that I've done, which was today actually, to do what you're actually able to do. So the focus is on rows, doing deadlifts, or excuse me, rows using dumbbells. I just did deadlifts a little while ago, so that's still on in my head. So you take your dumbbell, and the goal is to pull it here, 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 and that's it. For some reason, there's a lot of people, almost regardless of the amount of weight they have on, and for some reason, they're doing a lawnmower motion. So maybe I'm mistaken. I could be. At 36, 38 years old, I've done things a certain way. Yes, I've made changes, but certain things shouldn't change, and what shouldn't change is the form that you're using. So, one is the form. So like I said, the goal is to go here, here, and that's it. So there's no dancing, no momentum, or whatever it is that people are doing when they're doing some of their exercises and workouts. So I have 120 pounds on my dumbbell. So if I can do 120 pounds or anything heavier, I can go heavier, but I'm not going to. So if I can do 120 pounds on mine and still use good form, and you're using 20 pounds less or more than that, and you're still using bad form, that should tell you a whole lot. All right. So the goal for me is to do probably 6, and still the focus is on form. So, I struggled with that, as everybody should at some point. Again, this was 120 pounds for me. So, this isn't for the sake of bragging, it's for the sake of saying, if you're doing a load as much as what I just did or less, and your form is awful, that makes no sense. So, one, lower the load that you're doing right now. If you have an idea that you are one of the people who's doing it wrong, lower the load for now. Lower the load for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and it'll be annoying because you're not able to go as heavy as you want to just yet, but you'll thank yourself later, hopefully, because hopefully by doing less weight for now, you'll be able to do more later, hopefully, and to do it without getting hurt. Without getting hurt and having to start over after 90 days or more of recovery due to you trying to impress whoever it was you were trying to impress. So just do what works for you with high hopes that what works for you is something that's actually smart and worth doing. I'm 38 years old, and I am a 38-year-old vegan, and then at this point I am doing more, which you should if you take care of your body. I'm doing heavier stuff now than I was at 28. So 38-year-old vegan, but at 28 I was struggling doing certain things because of certain ideas I had on what and how to do it, what, how, and why to do it. I think I was wrong for the most part, to where I should have been able to go heavier like I wanted to then, but not doing what I needed to do to get to that point just yet. So here I am at 38, and I'm finally, right before I was 38, I was doing certain things. Some of you have seen me do it on here, because I did certain things on here for the first time, doing 128 for the first time with Olympic dumbbells on incline, doing 133, I think it was, for the first time on incline. I might have done 138, I'm not sure. If not, I'm going to. Certain things I've done for the first time, and as far as YouTube, you guys have actually seen me do it. Whether you believe it or not, I've actually done certain things for the first time, and you guys actually saw me do it. So the point is, I was 37 when I did some of those things. I've been 38 for 2 weeks, and I'm getting ready to do, if I'm blessed to do it, to do certain things. As far as load, as far as reps, maybe even sets. So I'm constantly challenging myself. I was, and I am still challenging myself. Again, a buddy of mine asked me a few months ago, maybe late last year, but probably earlier this year, to where my buddy asked me, hey, do you just think of random numbers to do and try to see if you can do it? Mm-hmm. Absolutely, depending on what the number is, how many reps I'm trying to do with that number, and if I can hopefully do it without getting hurt. So do what works for you. And in terms of rows, doing it with good form. So I'm actually going to do it one more time. One more time for this video. And again, it's 120 pounds for me. So again, if you're not able to do that, and even if you are able to do it, but you're doing it wrong, stop doing that. All right. To work your muscles better, and to not do much of anything to get yourself hurt. Okay, so As long as the focus is where it's supposed to be, which should be on doing good, awesome form and doing what works for you compared to what might be popular, what might be the thing at whatever the point is, and get the form down, and it'll help you in terms of your workouts, in terms of stuff that you're trying to do at home, stuff you might be trying to do at work, at whatever job that you might have. So just make the focus on what you can do. It was interesting on something I told somebody earlier today. So where when you're trying to do stuff, I had 120 pounds there. If I try to do it fast, I won't be able to do as many reps, and there's a strong possibility that I'll hurt myself. And that's true for anyone. If you have a certain load and you're trying to move it, I wish I knew that as a teenager, actually. I wouldn't have some of the back problems that I'm having and some other issues that I'm having. I wish I'd known that before, thinking that I should be able to do everything heavy and also able to do things fast with heavy stuff. So I wish what I told someone today and what I've known for a few years now, if it's light, you can likely go much faster with it. If it's heavy, depending on what's heavy for you, whatever that might be, take your time with it. You saw how I didn't go fast, at least I don't think I went fast. And only did a few reps. I could probably do two to three more, but I had a certain number in my head, so that's what I did. So again, do what worked for you. I apologize if it seems like this was longer than it had to be. But when it comes to what I do, with me being the owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, and doing what I do for my business and for my clients and for those who actually take the time to watch my video, especially the whole video, is to make sure I don't miss anything in terms of what I tell you. Well, I hope you understand it, and hopefully, depending on what question you might have, you go ahead and ask that question, as long as it's worth asking compared to some of the other comments that some people make, especially if you're telling me, if I tell you a muscle that I'm working and you tell me I'm working a certain muscle and it's the same damn thing. Like I was doing the ab exercise, and I said something about working my abs, and some jackass came and said, no, I think you're working the obliques, not the abs. So maybe I should be nicer to the person in terms of explaining to them what I was actually doing. But the fact that somebody took the time out to tell me I'm not working the abs, but I'm working the obliques when it's part of the abs, I don't know if that was a really young person or whoever it was. But again, as far as this video and the rows, and that's with a barbell too, in turn, no jerking, dancing, and all that. But again, my focus is on doing dumbbells with pretty much everything I do. Due to the fact that I believe I get a much better range of motion. I think that's true for everybody, but if you want to use the bar, go for it. But for me, it's dumbbells. So again, focus on the form first. Depending on, almost regardless of what your current age, that's something you should have been told since you were like 12 years old. And if you weren't, that's unfortunate, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying now. If not, feel free to ask me about it, especially if you go to @Fuller Fitness on my Facebook business page, and you should see me in one of these shirts, actually, with a white shirt under it, and I got my glasses on in the picture that you should see with me. Actually, I think it's the same one that I have for YouTube as well. So ask me a question there. Follow the page. You can also follow me at Fuller Fitness BNY on Instagram. I can try to remember to put that under the video so that you can go ahead and look at that without trying to remember what it was. But again, hopefully you enjoyed this video. give it a like. Put your notifications on if you liked it at least a little bit or respected it at least a little bit, so that you are aware of the next video, if not videos, that I do. Well, I hope you enjoy those as well. And then possibly share it with someone who might be interested, or people who you believe need the information that I provided in this video, as well as some others. This is Martone, owner, trainer, Fuller Fitness. Take care.